Hello guys. How are you? Welcome aboard.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. How are you, Mr.
How are
Abdullah?
you today? Good,
So
good.
far, so good.
Yeah,
How are you?
good, good. Everything is good.
Everything is good. Hello,
Yeah, you
Dr.
have
Dr.
nice background.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. You have nice background behind you.
Yeah, this is virtual.
Wow.
Of course. This is not
Lucky
real.
you.
Step by step, people are joining. That's cool. Hello, teacher Emma. How are you? Welcome aboard.
Thank you. How are you?
So far, so good. I think it should be Mustafa. Hello, Noor. How are you?
I'm good here.
So far, so good. Good to see you here again. We have
So,
awesome. We have Suda. Suda, how are you doing?
I'm okay, teacher. Thanks. And you?
That's awesome. That's awesome. We have Ali. Ali, how are you? Welcome aboard, man. Murad, how are you, man? Welcome aboard. He's connecting to the audio. Mustafa, how are you?
Thanks, teacher. Still breathing. How about you?
Breathing. That's interesting. Yeah, so far, so good. Hello, Mr. Hessam. How are you, man? Welcome aboard.
Hey, Missam, how you doing?
So far, so good. I mean, nothing special, actually. But let's see what will happen.
us being
Yeah.
international teachers.
Yeah, this is somehow because I'm engaging, with a lot of stuff right now. We have Madina. Madina, welcome aboard. How are you doing?
Hi, teacher. Everything's okay. What's about
Everything
you?
is
Thank
okay.
you for asking.
My pleasure. Yeah, we have Bin Noor. How are you? Welcome aboard. Zarak, hello, man.
Hello. Hello, how are you? Can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah, of course we can, I think.
Ah, okay. How are you, teacher? How are you?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. What about you?
Yeah, pretty good. Not that much, but kind of good, to be honest. Yeah.
I see. Okay, that's cool. Cool.
Thank
Actually, I was trying to talk to some of you. I think you were connecting. I mean, I was seeing that your audio is connecting, or you're connecting to your audio, something like that. I think that's why some of you couldn't answer or couldn't receive my message. I said hello and how are you? There was sort of disconnection, but that's okay. Of course, I know almost everybody here. Maybe you know me, but you can try to talk about yourself for a very short time if you wish, and then maybe we can just start. Normally we say ladies
that cold
first.
in Istanbul?
Yeah,
Yeah.
This one, this background.
No, I was saying, is it that cold in Istanbul?
Yeah. It is cold right now.
All right.
Yeah. What about there in America, United States?
Yeah, Florida is hot. I mean,
Uh-huh.
it's just like it's always summer.
Always
Sometimes,
summer.
yeah, like cool summer or hot summer. And now it's
Uh-huh.
getting to, hot
Uh-huh.
summer.
Okay. The point is, you need to just be comfortable and, love the place that you're living, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's
I do
cool.
love Florida.
You do
Right.
love that. That's cool. Very good. I don't know. Maybe I thought that a short introduction can help. If you want, you can just speak very, shortly about yourself and your intentions, your purposes of learning, or let's say practicing. What is the purpose? And then, of course, we're going to talk about the prompts that I sent earlier. Normally we say ladies first, but I don't know who can start. Do you need me to simply talk about myself? I don't know. I think everybody knows.
You start. Okay, you start.
This is teacher Meysam.
To encourage us.
Yeah, this is teacher Meysam. I'm from Iran. I live in Istanbul, live and teach in Istanbul. And I teach English here, and majority of people who were supposed to join tonight's show, let's say, are my students or were my former students. And there are some other people who are my friends, my colleagues, like that. What about you, man? You start. You are very courageous,
Okay.
I think.
Me? My turn?
Yeah, your turn.
This is Abdullah. I am 42 years old, Syrian, have been living abroad almost 20 years so far. Now I live in Istanbul. I am rescue diver as well. I did not learn my English in school. I have worked on my own to improve it and to start from scratch, actually. So later, maybe we talk about this experience.
Of course. Perfect, man. Perfect. Okay, who is next? You can raise your hand, maybe something like that, like Real
How
or
can I raise
virtually?
my hand, Maysa?
Of
Like, I
course,
don't know.
please. Doctor, go ahead. Sure.
Hi.
I said hi at the very, very beginning, but I think you
Really, I didn't
under-
notice. I'm so
Exact-
sorry.
I am sorry. Don't mention it. Go
Okay.
ahead, please.
This is the first time I'm using this Zoom
Yeah.
application. Yeah,
I
it
hope
is
it
forbidden
works
here.
because in Iran it is like filtered, right?
Yeah, it is.
Definitely.
It's yeah. We are experiencing filtering here in Iran. Actually, my name is Elham Zarsaz, and I've been an English teacher for over 17 years now. Right now, I am the head of English department at IAU Urmia, and this is the place as a full-time faculty, actually. And I have got the chance working with hundreds of students, nice students, and I'm gaining experience. And together we're learning and growing, and that's a very nice thing.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
You're welcome.
Who is next?
Okay, I'll go.
Please.
Hello, my name is Emma Tsigulin. I'm from Montenegro. I studied English Language and American Studies, and now I'm ELT Master Department, English Language Teaching. I'm doing a research, and I don't know what about, but I'm thinking about doing a research, and maybe this will help me to get an idea what can I do for my research thesis. I'm an English language teacher for 2 years, I think. Yes, I first had an internship in a primary school, after that in kindergarten, and now I'm again in a primary school.
I think you
so
love
I
that.
have students from beginning till the A2. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. Very good. I think Mustafa, it is your
I
turn.
will leave you in 10 minutes because I have some meeting. I forgot about it.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I think it is Mustafa's turn. Go ahead.
Hello guys, I am Mustafa. I live in Istanbul. I've been working as an accounting. I am 25. That's all. Also, I am a student, teacher Maysan, we can say. old students.
Former, exactly.
Yes, that's all.
That's cool. Thank you very much. Okay, I think now we can talk to Murat. Murat comes from Hitler's period. Very, very old student.
Hi, Murat.
We don't have your voice at the moment. Okay, fix it. Fix it. I will talk to you later. Then Noor, please go ahead.
I'm Noor. I'm computer engineer, and I want to improve my English level, and it is useful to these meetings for me. That's all.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Very good. And next one is Bin Nur. So you share the same, Nur, Bin Nur. Okay. Bin means like 1,000, right? 1,000.
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead.
Can you hear?
Yeah. Okay, right now, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Now I work at a financial institution. That's all for now.
I see. Very good. Okay. And then we talk to, he's yawning, Assam. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. My name is Hassam. I'm doing PhD in chemistry, theoretical chemistry in Florida State University in America. I'm from Iran, 34 years old. I used to do my master in Turkey. I was a roommate. I mean, me and Maysan were roommates.
Exactly.
Back in 2010 to 12, if I'm not wrong, in Erzurum in Turkey. And well, I don't have that much of experience teaching English, but I used to teach Turkish back in when I was home in Tehran. Yeah, well, that was my like teaching experience. But for English, it was just learning, and I'm still learning.
Fantastic. Of course, all of us are learning actually. Lovely. Thank you very much. I think Mr. Mohammed can talk. We need to just rotate our head maybe. Yeah. No problem. That's okay. Now it is better. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah. My name is Mohammed from Istanbul. I am in textile business.
Yeah.
I am excited to join.
Of course, all of us.
This
I think,
lecture.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
A little bit excited.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. That's okay. Thank you for this. Next one, maybe we can talk to Sude.
Hi, teacher again.
Hi.
My name is Sude. I'm from Turkey and live in Istanbul. I'm high school student. Also, I was teacher Maysam's former student too. And I'm learning English for my future education, actually. And that's all about me.
Fantastic. Next person is Ali. Ali, are you better right now? Do you feel better right now because you had a kind of operation?
Yes, teacher. Hello. Yeah,
He's so
I feel
passionate
better.
and enthusiastic. Really, I adore him. Yeah.
Can you hear me, teacher?
Yeah, of
Mason?
course.
Yeah, my name is Ali and I am from Adana, which is in the south of Turkey. And I had an operation this week. My gallbladder was removed. That's why I cannot speak easily. And I'm 36 years old and I have been working in a construction company as a sales specialist. English is my hobby. I cannot use English in my work, but I like speaking to foreign people on website, on particular applications, and I like it. That's all.
Fantastic. Lovely hearing from you. That's awesome. Next person, it just changes automatically. I just lost. Maybe we can talk to Roy.
Thank you, Teacher Mason, for giving me a chance here to talk.
My pleasure, man.
And thank you again. This is Roy. I'm from Bangladesh, in Asian country, and I'm a student still, and I'm just taking part of my job exams, and I'm just getting. And all my job exams, I have passed all the 3 steps, and I think very soon I'm gonna be a lecturer in a college. Also, I'm doing my study to get my very prestigious job that's called BCS cadre here in my country. And yeah, that's it. And also here going on lockdown, so because of it, all the academic institutions and these activities are closed. So we're just passing out days and time being indolent like.
Exactly.
And one thing I need to inform that I'm a student of English language and literature. I'm a graduate and postgraduate. And yeah, that's all about me.
That's awesome. Okay, next person is Zarak.
Okay, so yeah, my name is Ricky Iqbal and I'm from Pakistan. I'm 20 years old. I'm like a student of medical college, studying medicine, and learning English is my hobby. Like it's been 2 years that I'm learning English, and in my daily life, I can't speak English with with my friends or with my colleagues because like they don't speak English. So I love to talk like with people who are enthusiastic about learning English and who want to learn English and who love to learn English. So that's why I'm very glad that I met with teacher Misem. And he gave me this opportunity where I can talk with a lot of people like you guys because you're professional and you're very good in English. So hopefully I will learn a lot of things from you guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, cool. And next person is Madina. It constantly changed. So, it is really somehow difficult to control that. Do you have my voice?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I am Madina from Kazakhstan. I'm a student at the university. I'm here to improve my English with teacher Mason. So thank you
and others.
For your
teacher Mason and others. Okay.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
That's my aim. So yeah, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Next. I think Murat Safa. Hello, man.
Hello,
how are
man.
you?
I'm doing good.
Comes from Hitler's period, long time ago, right?
Yeah, it's like 80 years ago or something.
7, 8, something like that should be.
Yeah. And your background
looks good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for sending a link and preparing all the things for us. I'm Murat, by the way. Hello, all. I'm an engineer, software engineer, who is living in Turkey, Istanbul. And I'm really glad to be here. Of course, it's also a pleasure to be here, meet with you again, Mason and the others. Of course, meeting new people is this. Yeah, situations makes me happy for these days. We can go lockdown and the things. and I hope we are gonna make better,
of course,
for ourselves. I'm waiting for the others to meet, and thank you for giving this chance to me to speak.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Fantastic. And I think the last one should be Merve.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late.
That's okay.
Merve. I'm an engineer too. I'm an industrial engineer and working at automotive seating system factory. And I live in Bursa. That's it. I'm happy to hear you.
Okay, that's cool. Fantastic. So I think everybody talked, right? Except Sadık, who has some problems. I see. All right, that's okay. Maybe he can fix it, or maybe for the next time he can be much more ready. Anyway, so guys, we have really limited time. Almost half of the session has gone, but that's okay. The point is, you know, a kind of excuse to just talk and use the language in order to be a better speaker, as well as, you know, use the language in order to not using the language, losing the language, right? Because there's a saying, I think, in America, they say, if you do not use the language, you will definitely lose the language, right?
Use it or lose it, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. I just manipulated that a bit.
Yeah. You can expand it to other stuff, but yeah, that's kind of a saying.
Exactly. So we can just dive into the prompts, they call it, right? And let me share the screen. Maybe you can remember the questions and follow-ups. I think I shared these stuff before, right? And I hope you just had a chance to just look up these things. Anyway, we are not going to talk about every detail, that is not necessary, but I mean, these are such a form of, you know, examples to make it easy for people to talk. All right. Now we are talking about the culture and education. Really, you know, really tough and solid topic, right? So first of all, let's talk about culture and education. I think we need to talk about these stuff separately, right? So what is culture and what is education? What are your definitions about these two topics, guys? Who want to start? I mean, you can simply raise your hands, and those people who are not using the camera, they can virtually raise their hands, right? You know, there's an option in Zoom that you can virtually raise your hand. That's okay.
If you're using like desktop or a laptop, you can click on reactions, and there's some like buttons like raise hand, or I don't know, like stuff like that. So you can use them, yeah. But in the phone, I remember, but still you can use it.
Right now, I use that. Could you see that? Yeah. Because I'm using the laptop, but that's okay. I really want to hear from you. I mean, what do you think about, you know, education and culture? What does education mean? And what is culture, actually?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking
you, all of you.
Everybody.
Yeah, well, we can do something. We can just like write something in chat, or like numbers, or we can just go with like the you know, whoever comes first. So you can just call them if you want to.
Okay, I don't know. It is up to you. It is totally up to you. Okay, I am all ears.
I think it's a too general question. Can we just narrow it down, like the culture and its relationship to language? Because I cannot integrate education to culture somehow. But for language, we can say that it is something that is really integrated to language. You cannot separate language from culture. As we know, it's like the language is the skeleton, and the culture can be the flesh that makes the whole body. So it's nonsense to just separate the elements of the culture from the language and then teach it to the learners, actually.
Okay.
I can just say this.
Nice point. Of course, indeed. But the question is, what is the relationship between, you know, culture and language? Are these two things completing each other, or they need each other?
Yeah, they need each other.
Could you please give us an example for that?
As far as I remember, I can talk about the body language and the let's say, how can I put it into words? The things that are not used in the conversation, but they are part of the conversation, like the sign language you use when you're talking, because there are cultural elements that can have some meaning, and those who do not know these cultural values and signs and the things, the features actually, they will face a breakdown in the conversation. They cannot just continue, and the conversation will be blocked there.
Okay.
Just this for now. I have to
right.
think about it.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Next person, Merve, go ahead.
Okay, maybe I can say for Turkey. In Turkey, generally learning languages based on grammar, like educational culture in Turkey. I can give this example.
Of course, we're hopefully going to expand these prompts a bit if we have time, but next person is Roy. Please go ahead.
Thank you, teacher Sam. And the question I just want to get clearance, that is the culture and education or the culture and language?
Hold on a second. Culture and education.
Oh, thank you, teacher. So first, I would say culture is definitely like a community where education is a part of it. And culture, what is actually, we're just leading ourselves with a very group of people, and obviously what are we actually doing and what are we living with, all those things are like culture and the part of the culture. And education is a very, very active part of this culture, because this education, which is definitely in this modern era, as the era is really advancing. So the education process, we are just getting what is going through our life and what are we actually that we are going to face in our life. So education is really leading us to get closer to culture minutely, and obviously culture is just leading ourselves to get educated and also teaching a lot of things. So here I would say that culture and education is definitely integral part of each other.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. What else, guys? Thank you. Yeah, Sude, go ahead.
Teacher, every country and nation has a culture, and this culture includes their language and their food, their arts and traditions. So with these things, they are building an education system. So they are very related to them. We cannot separate them.
All right. Okay. That's cool. What else? Any other points that you want to mention? Okay, Mr. Abdullah, go ahead.
Hi. I think I have to agree with Sude that the culture is like the big umbrella that contains under it our education system, our traditions, our food, lifestyle, and everything. And of course, this culture will definitely affect our language level or type or the direction we go to. For example, I can give from my experience. I lived like 3 years in Malaysia, although I have been on and off since 2013 for diving, and then I lived there. In Malaysia, even those people, the normal people who are uneducated, they speak really good English, and I think that is due to the culture, which is primarily the education system. Their education system includes English teaching from the very beginning. I think from the very beginning, maybe I think from the first year in school. So yes, culture is very important and a main key in the language for the language.
Okay, thank you very much. What else? Any other points, guys? Maybe we can move to next one because we have really limited time. It says culture and social behavior. And also maybe we can talk about, yes, culture and language. Yes, this one is maybe discussable. Culture and language. What is the relationship between these two, guys? Or maybe you can just talk about your own personal experiences to just explain what exactly you're going to tell. Any gaps, any cultural gaps, any sort of misunderstanding maybe while talking or speaking in English with natives or non-native speaker, any kind of experience? Okay, yes, please go ahead, Mr. Abdullah.
From my experience, when I talk with native English speakers, immediately my English improves immediately. I don't know why, I don't know how. And when I talk with non-native or people with very weak English, I go down without noticing. So yes, it depends with whom you are talking with.
Possible, yeah, you're right, totally.
That's true. I agree.
Uh-huh.
when you're talking to like natives, it's just like I don't know, potentially, or I don't know if it's psychologically, you speak better. But when you like, I mean, I have the experience here. Like sometimes I don't know why, but it happens. That's definitely true.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you for this. I think Roy actually raised his hand. Please go ahead.
Thank you, teacher. And now the difference between culture and language. It's really so
not just difference, maybe relationship also. You can just put
yeah,
it that way.
Obviously. Thank you for reminding me. And here I will say that language is definitely a very important part that really took its origin long before the culture began. And now in these societies that we're noting and observing that the languages are really gradually, disappearing because of its culture. And in a lot of societies, we notice that a lot of languages are just gonna go disappearing because of it's not being so much active in the culture. And I think that this is language once helps culture to get uplifted, but now its culture, it's itself helping language to be surviving in the society. So definitely there would be a very, very great relationship between it. But I think now this is culture. It's very much important to just to make our languages alive. Isn't it?
Nice, interesting, of course.
Thank you,
I think
teacher.
so. I think so. Yeah, I think so.
My pleasure. Yeah, I quit here.
What else, guys? Who wants to just maybe add some more? We have almost 4 minutes. Or any experience? Of course.
If you hear me.
Yeah. If I can hear you, everybody can.
Okay, everyone here. Hello, and sorry for my Homo sapiens camera.
That's okay. I think you have a really experience because I think you lived in Japan. This is what I remember. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I went.
You went
6 years ago. First time I'm using this program.
I see.
So sorry for my faults. And
that's okay, man. Go ahead.
15 months I never speak English. So I mean about practice. As you know, Corona pandemic is closing everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, if we come to communication, the human communication process is complex, as you know, as many of other messages are transmitted through language. These ancillary communication techniques are culture specific, so communication with people from other societies to ethnic groups is fraught with danger of misunderstanding if the larger framework of culture is ignored. So when you trying to speak another language, people is looking to you like false thing. To nail you.
You mean that like people are trying to find some flaws in order to judge you? So you went through this, I think. You're talking based on a kind of experience.
Sometimes
right?
when I speak, yes, I have so much experience about it. The most obvious form of paralanguage is body language. We have different kinetics with our body language, which is the language of gestures, expressions, postures. However, the meaning of words can also be altered by the tone and character of voice. So we are all of them different. Turkish people is different, British people is different, French people is different. So culture and language have vertical
relationship.
Vertical relationship, yes.
All right, interesting, really good point. Of course, these topics are really deep
Yes, o did.
We can speak for hours maybe, but unfortunately we don't have that much time, and we have almost 1 minute. So I think we need to just close that, right?
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up, yeah. Wrap it up.
Okay.
So,
nice meeting you all.
Yeah, nice talking to you all.
Obviously, it was a very fantastic meeting. I have just experienced.
exactly. It was really lovely seeing you, hearing from you, and thanks for accepting my invitation. And hopefully we will basically do this again if
Obviously,
you're
very
interested.
soon. I expect very soon.
Yeah, if you're interested.
Maybe
We will do better next time.
for